Hey everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this episode, I'm going to talk about 5 things that have absolutely shocked me about Sweden since I moved here 5 months ago. The first thing that shocked me is how amazingly good looking the people are in Sweden. I mean, everywhere I look around, people are in good shape, they're dressed very, very nicely, they're well groomed. I'm talking about girls, guys, everybody is just surprising. They have a great fashion sense, and actually since I've moved here, I have changed the way I dress. A lot of times with the coaxing of my girlfriend, she'll be like, hey, you should buy this jacket, it looks good on you. I've bought some things here that I would have never thought about in the US. I could walk around, do my grocery shopping and stuff in sweats and not think twice in the US. And here you see, dads picking up their kids from school in like full on like white dress shirts and like blue overcoats and everything. People look really, really nice here. And that was the first thing that kind of took me by surprise when I came to Sweden. The second thing that was kind of surprising was how cold the Swedes can be on the exterior at times. Now, once you get to know Swedes, they're amazing people, but when you're out in public, they kind of just stay in their own world. And this first struck me when I would go for runs throughout my girlfriend's neighborhood, and I would be waving to the neighbors and stuff and just get nothing in back.
Yo, what's good?
They're not used to that open friendliness that a lot of times Americans have. So that can take some getting used to, that they're not quite as bubbly on the outside, but once you get to know them, they're absolutely amazing people. The third thing that has shocked me about moving to Sweden is the prices of things here in Sweden. They don't use dollars or euros here in Sweden. They use the Swedish crowns, which is about 8.3 last I checked crowns to $1 US. So if you go to the store and you see something that's 100 crowns, that's going to be more than $10. That's going to be about $12, $13 if I'm doing the math right. Things can be very, very expensive. Like I'll go to a bar and look to order a beer and it could be 80 or 90 crowns. Well, that beer was over $10 then at that point. So it's not a very cheap place to live, especially if you want to go out to eat or go shopping, those types of things. Things can be a lot more expensive than what you're used to in the US. I would say about 20 to 30% more, just as a general rule. Another shock I have about Sweden is the social benefits that they have here in Sweden. So not only do Swedes get more time off and paid vacation, but Swedes enjoy free college, and actually my girlfriend gets more than free college. The government actually pays the college students, so my girlfriend gets about $1,000 a month from the Swedish government, and $300 or $400 of that she doesn't even have to pay back. I feel like a lot of Swedes become independent at a younger age because the system supports them. Whereas in America, a lot of people my age in their young 20s still need that support from their parents, especially if they go to college, whether it's with a living situation or whether it's helping them financially. In Sweden, that's just not the case. Very, very few people my age still live with their parents. They are almost completely self-sufficient way earlier. So that is one thing that is very unique about Sweden because of these social benefits. The people can be more independent at a younger age. And the last thing that has shocked me since moving to Sweden is how amazing the Swedes are at speaking English. I mean, I can go out to just about anyone here in Sweden and speak English, and they will speak back to me in almost perfect English. They understand everything I've said, and I would say 95 to 99% of the people walking around are completely fluent in English, which is a complete shock to me. I think one of the reasons that is because all of the TV that they watch here, or most of it anyway, is in English and they just use Swedish subtitles. Whereas if you go to Germany, for example, most of the TV is in German, and if it was produced in an English-speaking country, they'll usually dub over it in German. Even though they learn English in school really, really well in Germany, they don't hear it, and once they graduate from school, they never really hear that English very often, or not as much as they do here in Sweden, because they're hearing it all the time on the television, in the popular culture and music. They hear much, much more English. in this country, and that is a benefit because almost everyone here is bilingual. So those are 5 things that have shocked me about coming to Sweden. Go ahead and give me a like if you were surprised by some of these, and write a comment which is most shocking to you. I'm curious to hear, and I will see you guys in the next video.